Yeah, kind of look like a couple of dragons.
Come on, baby. Keep smoking. Oh yeah, I got a number over here. Look at that. The last week, sitting in the car. I'm gonna pull this out of the way. Show you the back. Alrighty, guys. I just don't have the room in between the two beds here in this cabin to back the camera up far enough to get everything in shot. So I'm going to kind of pack things up a little bit as I go. I'm packing my bug out bag. This is my bug out bag. This is stuff I am not going to touch. This stuff's going in this bag and it's not coming out unless I've got a bug out. And one of the first things is this is it's got a Mylar inside coating. You guys probably seen this on my videos before. I've only used it a couple times. Once was in the mountains of California during one of my bear videos, I think, where the bear came into camp. This actually, because what I'm doing is I've got my old backpack. There's nothing wrong with it. I got my new Osprey backpack because I can put my sleeping bag inside of it. I can put a lot of stuff inside of it, 75 liter. But this backpack has an actual pocket in the back here. And that is where I put this. Well, they call it a casualty blanket. But I don't see why a dead person would need a Mylar coating to keep them warm. But that just fits in there. It adds more padding to the back of the backpack so I can't feel the contents inside. So I just went ahead and stuck that in there. Oh, there's something else in there. Other than that, this bag should be empty. Yeah, okay. This bag's empty. Alright. Now, things I want to put in. First things first, I bought me a new alcohol stove. When I bought all the other ones to give away, kept one for myself. And I'm going to put some bottles of alcohol in there. Those are going to go in the backpack for sure. Here I have tarred bank line. Have a big roll and there's a small roll inside this bag. Definitely one or both of these are going in the bag. A Sawyer water filter. I don't have one for this bag because this one goes in my normal camping bag, but I've made a list. That's one thing that I might want to look for to add to this bag. So I'm going to set that off to the side over there. But it's not absolutely necessary because I have this. It's a camouflage, basically life straw water filter. Same filtration as the Sawyer. And I got this little, I don't know, it's like a makeup pouch or something from the dollar store that I put it in. And what I also put along in there are these 3 metal rods, which I'll show you what those are for in a minute. Well, maybe I leave them out just to show you. I put my Sea to Summit spork, spoon fork combination, that goes in there. And then I was thinking about it, and since I carry this Write in the Rain notebook, which would definitely be a good thing in a SHTF scenario where you've got a bug out, you need something to take notes. Notes where you've seen this, notes where you've seen, you know, wild foods, whatever. You definitely need a notebook. So I'm gonna add a pencil in here. I can put it right down in there along with that life straw. Definitely need a pencil. The reason for these metal rods, which also go in that same container, is for this metal aluminum stand that I came up with 12 years ago. This will accommodate a small pan up to even a big frying pan, full-size frying pan. You put your Trangia stove in the middle. It's very light, and then I made these 3 metal rod pieces to go across the aluminum here into those little notches on there. So if you want to set your canteen cup on there with your Trangia stove, it gives you a smaller surface to hold something smaller, to hold a smaller, I mean, even you know, even a cup. Let me set them back in there, get this stuff out of the way. They just set in there, so I can put my Trangia stove in the middle, and then I can even set a cup on there and cook that way, anything metal. So those go in there. This is the one that I carry with me all the time. I've got a couple of boxes of bug out equipment in storage, and I've got another one of these that I made, and that's in storage, and I will be getting that to continue packing this bug out bag. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick them in there right now, so I know they're in there, they're packed, they're ready to go. That zips, whoop, get that fork in there. There we go. That zips up and holds everything nicely, all in one pack. I know it's for food or water, plain and simple. So all this stuff like this, I've put down on a list of things that I need to get to add to this bag. My Mora Black. It might be in my other backpack, my Osprey, and it might be in storage in a box. But that is one thing I definitely need to add to this pack, because this is going to be a total, complete bug out bag. I have moleskin for blisters on your feet, whatever. I have, and most of this stuff was already in this pack. I just unpacked it to make this video. I have a couple of these Mylar emergency blankets. Got this one from K-Bar User. This is a emergency poncho. Probably a one-time use thing, but hey, you never know. A snap-on multi-tool. This will probably go on my belt in an SHTF scenario, a bug-out scenario, but it's going to be attached to the backpack along with this pack here with this carabiner. So in an SHTF scenario, all I've got to do is grab that pack and go. I will just, you know, clip this on there, throw this on it too, and clip it on some of the molly strapping on the backpack, so it'll be on the outside of the pack, attached to the pack. So all I have to do is grab the pack and go, and then I can put this stuff on my belt later, because I wear a belt every day. Okay, and then here I have assorted drinks, some coffee, and the reason I have these drink mixes is because if I don't have time to boil water to purify it, I have some water purification tablets. I have another bottle of these. There's one like this one is the neutralizing tablets, and then I also have the iodine tablets. I can't find the bottle right now. It's here. I put it up. They got separated. One fell out of my backpack. They got separated. I haven't found the other bottle yet, and that's also on my list. I'm writing everything down that I need to do to complete this bag. This here, which I just took out of the bag, small, light, almost no weight at all. Didn't even know it was in there. Is a magnifying glass. That's fire. That's fire right there. Okay. And I have other things. I mean, I have some sardines that I had in my bag. This is some dried tea leaves, so I can make some tea. This here it says food on it. This is mostly just spices, salt, pepper. These are hot pepper flakes from Pizza Hut. Ordered a pizza, some left over. They go in there. I mean, I like to put those pepper flakes in my ramen noodles. And I didn't really go into the detail of this pack. This pack has lighters, matches, fishing line, fish hooks, sinkers, ferro rod. Gosh, I'm not even all sure what it has, but I've got a list in here of what it has. Razor blades, zip ties, sewing equipment, parachute cord. That pack is a bug out bag in itself. This here is my fire pouch. This has a lighter, one of my giant ferro rods. There's a chapstick in there. There's flint and steel. No, there's another lighter. There's a wick that I could use. Cotton balls to go with a chapstick. That is an awesome fire pack. I have a pair of socks, and I have a polished bottom of a beer can or soda can or aluminum can, and that thing is polished to a mirror finish. And if you watched my last video, you see what I can do with that. And I put it on the socks face down so that doesn't get damaged. I have some multi-symptom cold relief tablets, some pain tabs, which I really don't take pills. I have an Altoids tin with charred punkwood inside. Now I'm going to put some of these Strike Anywhere matches in there. Fishing line. Some more fish hooks, because I've already got some fish hooks in my basic little camera bag there. I have some more fish hooks, some artificial bait. Definitely some parachute cord, some paracord. Got 300 feet that I got from my brother for Christmas. Those are going in this bag. This stuff that I'm showing you right now is going in this bag, 100% guaranteed. I mean, maybe not all of it. I might not put that whole box matches in there. I might take some of them out. I've actually got some of these other little miscellaneous containers that I might put matches in. I mean, these are probably not waterproof. I'm sure they're not. If they got submerged, might be all right in a light rainstorm. This is probably waterproof for the most part. I mean, unless you submerged it in a lake or something. But otherwise, those rubber caps are going to seal on there. They're going to seal onto that tube. So I could put matches in there. I've got one in my other backpack that I keep batteries in. And then I've got another Sea to Summit Spork. I've got one in my other backpack, so why not throw this one in here? So I have two in my bug out bag. And last but not least, when I bought the slingshots for everybody else, I bought one for me. I've already got one, but the one I bought was one of the very first ones they made, and it didn't have that fishing spool right there. It was not in, it wasn't there. So it didn't have the fishing spool. So I went ahead and I bought one for me. So these things are definitely going into this backpack. And it does have an emergency whistle there. Stainless steel, so it's not going to rust. That's why it's tied on the outside of the bag. But yeah, everything that I show here is definitely going into this backpack. So if there's anything you guys can think of that I left out, other than the stuff that, like I said, that I'm going to put on the list, or I've already written it down, the rest of these water purification purification tablets. If there's anything you guys can think of that I need to put on my list, you know, like the other bottle to this kit of water purification tablets, and I know the bottle's here. I put it up somewhere so I wouldn't lose it, and now I can't find it. Go figure. My More knife. Oh, and I almost forgot. I have this Maglite flashlight. It's pretty bright, and I've actually got a case hooked onto the molly of the backpack right here that fits into, and I don't like that it's AAA, but with the new little mini flashlights that I have, they're also AAA, so maybe I need to, and I've got 2 of those, so I could put another one in here, because, you know, 1 is none, 2 is 1. So I probably might put one of them other flashlights, the ones that I carry every day in my pocket, right here. I'll probably put one of these in there, and that will give me an excuse to put some AA batteries. So AA batteries is another thing. But I know all this stuff will easily fit in that backpack. I've used that backpack a lot. So if there's anything else you guys can think of that I forgot, or that I don't have on my list, oops, almost forgot. I do have a pair of gloves. Leather palms, anyway. The back of the gloves aren't, but leather palm gloves. If there's anything else that you guys can think of that I need to put in there, let me know.